If you're looking to get yourself a brand new ship, or maybe just steal someone else's ship and sell it for a profit in StarField, then do stay tuned, because today I'm going to show you how you board and capture an enemy ship. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to StarField. We're going to talk about ship boarding actions today. Now, in order to do boarding, you need to have the targeting skill unlocked. You can see it right here in the skill tree. This allows you to target lock and open up a special targeting interface when you are fighting an enemy ship. So when you do find a ship that you thought that looks like a nice target you want to go and capture it, wait for the little locking animation underneath. Again, the skill can help you reduce that time if you want to, but wait for that locking animation, and when it says locked, you will know that then you can either begin to fire missiles at it, but you can also press R. R will then open up this targeting interface that's very similar to your PIP management system. In here you can use the arrow keys to select which subsystem you're interested in shooting at. And you're going to select the engine, so we're going to make them stop, sit still in space. When the engines turns red, that means they have been successfully disabled. You can now go out of this mode again. Remember that even though the engines are down, the maneuvering thrusters are still active. That means while they are a sitting duck, they can still turn and they can still fire. And that means they are still a danger to you. With them still locked, they should be sitting right in front of you now. You press and hold R this time in order to initiate docking, just as you would with a station. Once docked, you can press X or whatever key it shows up if you're playing on console, of course, to go into the ship itself. And now it's just a matter of going through the ship room by room, clearing it of any turrets, any personnel, anybody on board the ship needs to be dealt with. Once the ship has been cleared, you can head up into the cockpit, sit in a chair, and now you're ready to claim the ship. Before you go anywhere though, I recommend you open up the cargo hold just to check that they don't have any contrabands in there, so you end up getting fined when you jump to a starport. All you have to do now is just make one jump and you claim the ship. Now, don't worry about your old ship. You can swap back to that. You'll have access to that when you are at the starport, so you don't lose your old ship. You'll still be able to have that, but you need to make one jump in the ship before you actually claim it. And now you can either just use this as your main ship, or if you just wanted to take it for the money, well, you can head to a starport. But you will see if you go in and you can't actually sell the ship right away. You're gonna have to go and register the ship. So go and talk to the spaceship steward or whatever, engineer or whatever he is, and ask him to modify your ship. And first of all, change over to another ship. You can't have it as your home ship when you're selling it. So swap over to maybe your old ship and set that as your home ship. Then when you go back to the ship you just captured, you'll notice that it says that it is unregistered. You need to register the ship before you can actually sell it. Now, the registration fee unfortunately is quite steep, and this is probably a balancing mechanic by Bethesda to prevent people from just making a ton of money in no time by just stealing every ship they come across. So often what you will end up with is that the registration fee is like, I don't know, 80 or 90% of the ship's value. I'm really digging into your profit, but you're probably going to end up with a few thousand in profit from stealing and selling the ship. So it's not the most profitable way, but it can be a good way to get access to a new, maybe better ship, especially in the early game. A good hunting out there. I hope you find yourself a nice shiny boat to fly in, and take care. Remember to subscribe if you like this type of videos, and also next time, I'll see you guys in space.